What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge news update for Marvel's Avengers. We now know when the Black Panther DLC will be launching. We got a brand new content assembled trailer. We got a brand new MCU skin. There's a free way to play this game this weekend when you're hopefully watching this video, and much more to go on ahead and discuss. Of course, don't forget, if you do enjoy this news update video, smash the thumbs up button. Without further ado, let's rock and roll. All right, so let's kick things off with this brand new content assembled trailer. Let's check it out. Oh, okay, so right off the bat they give us a brand new Black Panther skin. Cool. There he is, front and center, looking very cool. 25 hours of single-player campaign content. That includes, by the way, all the DLCs together. Keep that in mind.
Keep it moving.
Oh, another Black Panther skin. Dude, very cool. I don't think any of the other characters featured new skins. I think those are all in the game already. Maybe that was a Captain America skin that was in, maybe. That's a great. Oh, and an all new lower price, which we're going to go on ahead and discuss in a moment as well. But if you're actually intending to buy the game right now, it is on sale. Part of their like summer sale on the PlayStation Store, and it's 40% off. But keep in mind, I also do want to go on ahead and mention that on the PC, PlayStation, and Stadia, if you've never played this game, if you've wanted to check it out, from July 29th till August 1st. So again, take advantage of this, because again, what do you have to lose? You can check out this game for absolutely free. This is not an ad or anything like that. This is just me passing along information to hopefully help you guys in being able to check out a game that you might enjoy. And then, of course, the cool thing is that because that sale ends on August 5th, it means that if you do like the game, if you enjoy playing the game, you then can go on ahead and pick it up for 40% off, which is a pretty great price. And I think at that price point, this game is definitely well worth it, quote unquote. Now, so with that in mind, speaking of the game being worth it, I think that come August 17th, I think a lot of us will hopefully have a change of mind on this title, because we were privy to find out that the same day that, by the way, this content assembled trailer was launched, that the War for Wakanda DLC will indeed be landing on August 17th. Now, accompanied with the DLC on August 16th, they were going to host another one of their War Table events where they basically go on ahead and talk to the community and tease things and give us a bit more insight into the game making process. For me personally, this is probably going to be the first one that I actually skip, just because it's only 24 hours later that I get to play the game for myself. So I kind of want to go into it with as little stuff spoiled as possible. And so because of that, I think I might actually skip the August 16th War Table event. But boy, oh boy, I am not skipping this War for Wakanda DLC. And my guess is that this is going to be the thing that turns this game around. I think that honestly, as good as the campaign was, I think this will probably rival the story of the campaign. And hopefully we end up with a piece of content that brings back a lot of players to go on ahead and rejuvenate this title. And then in addition to that, hopefully brings in new players to play as well. Some of the other things I wanted to go on ahead and discuss for, I guess, Black Panther specifically, is the fact that this content trailer teased 2 costumes. So this is the first time that we see new costumes. And I gotta say, the cosmetics in this game, including myself, we've criticized them, deservedly so, but this looks like a step in the right direction. That first costume, at first I thought it was Blade, just because of the trench coat, and the helmet actually looks very Batman-esque. But that's a cool redesign on the character. But then the one that impressed me even more was the white costume. That looks super duper cool. It's so different to the regular design, and it just looks cool. I like that it's the all white red and black highlights. It looks very, very, very cool looking. I don't know if that one is going to be part of the challenge card or not, because keep in mind, of course, that as we get these characters for free, you then go on ahead, if you want to, get the challenge cards or the battle passes, I guess, if you play a lot of other battle royale styled games for those specific characters, which then allow you to unlock new costumes and things like that. And that's kind of where they will typically charge you for the content. So I wonder where this skin is going to be included, but regardless, if this is the direction that they're headed in with the cosmetics, I think that that is a big giant thumbs up, and I hope that this is what they stick with going forward. Now, aside from that, some of the other tidbits that apply to Marvel's Avengers that I felt like would fit right here, just because, well, the game has got a lot of stuff happening in the last like 5 days, basically. So first and foremost, if you don't know, there will be also double XP and quadruple XP events going on in tandem with the previously mentioned free release / discounted price for this game. So you can go on ahead and get quadruple XP. I believe that's on PlayStation only. And then you get double XP next week. I think, I want to say it's through like August 5th, maybe? That you can get double XP on all platforms. So I think that that's really, really cool that you can go on ahead and get your characters leveled up. And plus, the nice thing is that because the game is free to play this weekend on Stadia, on the PC, and on PlayStation, for those of you that are far behind, having quadruple XP, particularly if you're playing on PlayStation, or double XP if you're playing on the others, is obviously a nice way to get caught up and get your characters leveled up, so that maybe if you're joining some of your friends who are already way further ahead of you, you won't feel like you're way weaker than them. So I think that that's really, really cool. Now, aside from that, the other stuff that happened this week was the reveal and release, finally, of the MCU Thor skin, which was met with divisive opinions, I guess, is the way to put it, which, to be fair, I think that's probably everything that this game has had released so far has been very divisive. I gotta say, I think they did not do themselves any favors with the first screenshot that was like released and was going around everywhere over the different websites, on Twitter, Instagram, etc. Because I think that it doesn't really do the skin justice. I actually think the skin looks a lot better in the game. So I was one of the people who was like, that doesn't look really good at all, because the beard looked really weird. Like, it literally looked like it had no texture, and it was just like this one giant chunk of just brown polygons. And then the hair was pretty much the same exact thing. So then seeing the design in the game, it looked a lot better. The costume itself looks great. And of course, there is the valid criticism that people were saying, hey, if it's in-game Thor, he should not be wielding Mjolnir. He should be wielding Stormbreaker. And that's a good point. But the team at Crystal Dynamics did address this and said, we tried to make Stormbreaker work, but it was breaking the game. And considering how many bugs this game has already, the less of those we can have, the better. So I don't mind that particular element missing. Now, aside from that, they also did release what I would say is the most difficult mission to date, and that is the Super Adaptoid boss fight. So you get a brand new fight to go on ahead and try your hands at. Good luck. Make sure you have a team of really powerful characters. You also want to try to pick, from what now I understand in hindsight after having completed the mission, which, by the way, I did manage to do it on my first try, but you need gamma damage, and then you need, I forget what the ability is on Thor, but Thor and Hulk are really great picks to take into that mission. So if you're struggling, maybe try to find a friend or match up with someone who has got a high-leveled gamma-powered Hulk and Thor, because that will make things a little bit more reasonable and will allow you to get through that particular task. But again, it's cool to see more variety of characters. My issue here is that some people will argue, oh, we need new villains. They give us new villains, and then people are like, well, that's not the ones that I wanted. And it's like, well, that's a whole nother story, and there's probably a reason for why they use the villains that they use and the limitations that they have on which villains they're allowed to use, etc., etc. And so to me, I think that this is great. The more we get variety of villains, and they don't all have to be like A level or B level. They could be C level villains like the Super Adaptoid. So I think that that was a really cool addition. I actually really like the design for the Super Adaptoid. My one problem with the mission is that it just runs kind of poorly, to say the least. At least on your first try, you're going to have a lot of problems where you're getting, it kind of goes back to the initial release of the game, where you're just getting hit with stuff from they're like off screen and you have no idea what's actually hit you or what you just died to. So good luck. You're definitely going to need it. And let me know how many of you guys succeeded at completing that. And so there you have it, guys. That is the massive amount of news that we have received from Marvel's Avengers. Again, you can play the game for free. There's double and quadruple XP events going on. There's an official release date for Black Panther. There's a brand new MCU skin in the game. There's a brand new mission slash boss fight slash villain in the game in the super adaptoids. And then coupled with all that, there were still other elements with the patch notes that they continue to release where they're fixing things. Plus, I didn't even mention this, but the Tachyon anomalies are now permanent, which means that you can go on ahead and play the same characters and have duplicates of the same characters at all times, which is something that a lot of us were saying should have been in the game to begin with. It's cool that they're listening to the community and implementing things like this. So you can literally have 4 Hulks or 2 Hulks and 2 Iron Mans now on the team, whereas before this, it was limited. So if, let's say, you were like me and you had a really high-level Iron Man, but your friend also had a high-level Iron Man, and now one of you had to go on ahead and give up that character in order to queue up together. So the cool thing is that now you can have multiples of the same character at once, which I think is really, really cool. And then in addition to all of that, obviously, there's tiny little fixes that they're doing and adding, like, for example, the multiplayer hives, the multiplayer mega hives are now available. So before this, the mega hive missions were limited to single player only. Now you can actually bring your friends into those, making them a lot easier to actually complete. So they're definitely making the right steps and heading in the right direction with this game. And my hope is that August 17th, when that War for Wakanda DLC hits, I really, really, truly believe that as good as the Kate Bishop DLC was and as great as the Hawkeye DLC was with Maestro and such, I really think that this is going to be the one that kind of like kicks it up a notch and hopefully rejuvenates this title. With that all in mind, of course, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. If you want to support the channel beyond that, make sure you're subscribed and turn on your notifications. Those are absolutely free ways to support the channel, and thank you to those of you that do so. If you want to support the channel beyond that, you can become a member. You can also go on ahead and grab some merch if you'd like. Thank you to those of you that have been supporting the channel that way, and I will most certainly hopefully catch you guys here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.